All right, everyone. For those of you who don't know, my name is Mercer Morrison, and I do stand up. I do weekly movie reviews and stuff like that for the news station I work for, and I also host this podcast. This podcast called Hub City Comedy, and it's mainly about talking. It's mainly about the Gulf Coast comedy scene, but I also want to expand it. But there's one thing that I've always wanted to do, and I was a big fan of wrestling growing up in the late 90s and stuff. I'm sure everyone in my generation was watching like Sting and Lex Luger and the wars between WWF and WCW. But there's one thing that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to interview wrestlers and stuff, and I actually did. I got an opportunity to interview Jeff Jarrett and Kevin Nash and stuff whenever they came through the little Mississippi town I live in. There's one wrestler that he's just shrouded in mystery, and that is a guy called the Gambler. And I've tried to look this guy's information up high and low and everything like that. His real name's Jeff Gann, apparently. But he was a jobber, and for those of you who don't really know the wrestling lingo, a jobber is pretty much just a schmo that is, just kind of talent that they use to make the new up-and-comers, the guys that they plan on being the bigger talent, make them look good. You know, like a lot of times you'll see matches with John Cena and some guy you never heard of, and obviously John Cena is probably going to win. That's pretty much an example of a jobber. He's just there to lose and make the other guy, the new up-and-comer, look good. Well, anyway, I remember watching this guy as a kid. Even though he would always get beat, I was just like, this guy, for some reason, he just sticks out in my mind. And years later, I even tried as far as messaging bigger wrestlers such as Diamond Dallas Page and stuff like that. And he actually responded, but he said he had no clue where he was. You know, it was a nice email back, but that's literally where the trail goes cold. So I'm calling on the YouTube nation, the internet, and everyone to help me find the Gambler, aka Jeff Gann, for me to interview and do a podcast with him, or possibly a video interview, whatever he wants. You can comment in the comment section. You can even email me at mercermorrison@yahoo.com. I'll even put that in the little description box. But I'm just calling on everyone, help me find the Gambler, aka Jeff Gann.